Good morning, my dear students. I hope you are safe and secure. Welcome back to our social studies online class. History part 17th lesson Expansion of Democracy. In the previous class, you have studied Libya, change in Libya. Libya is a poor country in North Africa which had been colonized by Italy for a long time and became free after a long struggle in 1951. When Libya became independent, Italy transferred power to King Idris, who ruled the country with the help of few rich and powerful families. Now let us start expansion of democracy in Myanmar. Myanmar, Burma. Modern name is Myanmar. The old name is Burma. So India shares borders with this country. Burma, like India, was a colony of British. It was a major supplier of teakwood, food crops like rice, and minerals like tin and precious stones like rubies and sapphires. So, the old name is Burma and modern name is Myanmar. It is a nation near to India. It shares a boundary with our country, India. It also the colony of Britishers. So, Myanmar is famous for teakwood and food crops like rice. And coming to the minerals, tin and precious stones. For all these, Burma is famous one. Burma also became independent just 5 months after India independence. They established a parliament with 2 houses like India. So now as we move to the progress of history, Myanmar also achieved independence after just 5 months after India achieved independence. And these people are also conducting the regular elections as we are conducting. There were elections in 1951, 1956 and 1960 in which different political parties contested. It appeared at the time that Burma too would emerge as a democratic republic like India. So we conducted elections in 1952. So Burma conducted elections in 1951, 56 and 1960. But in 1960 their struggle military with the system of democracy got breakdown. And the military dictatorship rule has been taken over in Burma. So, what was the reason take over the military? Let us see here. In 1947, Aung San, a leader of Burman ethnic group who had led the country to independence. He was also the father of current opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi. And leaders of the many ethnic minorities negotiated an agreement which would guarantee ethnic rights and self-determination and the inclusion of minorities in the democratic processes. However, Aung San was assassinated soon after the Burmese military began its slow advance into the ethnic states to rule by force. So in 1947, Aung San he is the Burman man of ethnic group leader. He made an agreement made initially with authorities of the government and gave importance for ethnic community of people that they would also ethnic equally participated in the democratic setup of the nation. So as the system continued but this man was totally assassinated by the military and military has taken over the entire action of control of the government. So in 1962, the elected government was overthrown by coup and Army General Nguyen took charge of the country. He tried to nationalize all industries and mineral resources. Free public health and education system were established. So in 1962, coup took place in the General Newman has taken over the control of the government, and he started to take over the entire action, and all ethnic groups wherever different comments of the world were forced by the military, forced to accept and to be followed the guidelines of the new government or military government. Between 1962 and 65, important laws against landlords and usury were adopted. They aimed to protecting peasants' rights to have land and property and to rent the land. These measures included the law abolishing rents on land in order to help the poor peasants. So in 1962 to 65, these are many new policies taken or implemented against the landlords, tenants, and rent system on the land was banned. Even though the military government has taken this kind of measures to order to protect. Unlike Libya, where the army rule led to development and welfare activities. So, but unlike Libya, where Mr. Gaddafi was able to produce good and valuable change in the economy, in the literacy and economic outlook of the nation. But Burma did not see any development and became an impoverished country where peasants were forced to sell their children to the army and work in the mines in semi-servile conditions. The generals who ruled Burma are accused of gross human rights abuses. So, but in Burma it was not possible because the military rules were not so much keen in developing the economic and social aspects of the country's population. Students usually took the lead in staging protests against the military rule, but all such protests were suppressed by the army. In 1988, a major protest against the army rule broke out and was brutally suppressed by killing thousands of demonstrators. So, as the time passed on 1988, the people dissatisfaction against the military rule went on very high level, and in 1988 many of the people, especially students, started to protest against the rule of the military dictators. It was around this time that Aung San Suu Kyi began to fight for reforms in Burma. Suu Kyi has since been a central figure in the protest and the struggle for the establishment of democracy in Burma. So Aung San Suu Kyi, the daughter of Aung San, has been the central figure in the prominent of the protest. She decided to take part and wanted free democratic elections. This is the time when military group taken out the powers at the time, they have promised that they are go for elections. So the rulers declared elections in 1990. In these elections, a new political party, National League for Democracy, NLD, led by Suu Kyi, won majority 80% of the seats. Enough though Suu Kyi was in prison, but the military refused to hand over powers or even release Suu Kyi. She was kept under house arrest. She remained a prisoner in her husband's house without permission to move around and interact with people. She was not even able to attend the funeral of her husband or meet her two sons. So, in the year 1990s, they went for the elections. Aung San Suu Kyi, national leader of democracy, has participated in the elections and have 80% of the seats, even though she was in prison. But the military rulers did not agree to give change of powers to Aung San Suu Kyi. They have imprisoned her. She was not even allowed to attend the husband's ceremony or look at two children who were present in abroad. Aung San Suu Kyi was imprisoned and kept in the house arrest for many years, and she was rejected to hand over the Nobel Peace Prize which she got in 1990s. There is also international pressure created through economic sanctions. This disallowed trade between Burma and those countries. As a result, Burma is not able to export its products or get necessary imports. This put great pressure on the economy. So, in this way, the military rule did not give any flexibility for the formation of democratic setup. So, now when this kind of things happening, the UN has been very serious on the issue of Burma. They started impose many economic restrictions on the imports and exports and all the day-to-day on the trade of Burma. Now, let us take a change in Burma. Burma history was not so democratic or not so military. It is a blend of military and democratic rule, which even today and present. Earlier, they were parts and parts Indian colony of colonization. Then they have done for election for free terms where democracy was survived there. But they have the taken military taste where 1962 COFDX took place. Later we have elections, political parties as majority, but there was no transfer of powers. In 2008, there have been different forms of change taking place in the country, such as conducting a referendum to get mandate for establishing democracy, changing the name of the country to a Republic of Democracy. However, the government continues to be formed partly through the elections and party under nomination from the military. Elections were held in 2010 under the observation of United Nations. However, Suu Kyi was barred from contesting the 2010 election and was released from her house arrest only after the elections. Her party refused to contest these elections. As a result, the military-backed Union Solidarity and Development Party won most seats. There are allegations of malpractice during the elections. The military junta was dissolved and Thein Sein became the president of the country. Some features of democracy and dictatorship. Even though the two countries, Libya and Myanmar, were very different, the people wanted a form of government which had some broad similarities and differences. Leadership in Libya. Monarchy was established in 1951 under the leadership of King Idris. Monarchy was overthrown by the Revolutionary Command Council under the leadership of Gaddafi in 1969. Leadership in Burma. Democracy was established. 3 elections were held in 1951, 56 and 1960. In 1962, the elected government was overthrown by a coup and army. General Nguyen took charge of the country. Nature of struggle in Libya. People took the help of mobiles and internet. They protested against the military regime. Soon there broke out a civil war. Gaddafi's army crushed the protest and thousands were killed. Nature of struggle in Burma. People took the lead and thousands were brutally killed. Suu was a central figure in the struggle for establishing democracy in Burma. In 1990, Suu NLD won the majority but was not allowed to form government and was kept under house arrest. Libyans succeeded in overthrowing Gaddafi's regime. A new government was sworn in on 4th November 2012. In Burma, elections were held in 2010, but due to the allegation of malpractices, the military junta was dissolved. Thein Sein became the president of Burma. So lastly, both the countries successfully conducted elections in a fair way and elected their new leader. The march of democracy. In the 20th century, democracy became the slogan of anti-colonial struggle in Asia and Africa to build independent nations. India, Sri Lanka and South Africa are some examples of this process. Some of these countries were able to attain freedom and established stable democracies. We saw the examples of Libya and Burma were such change have begun only recently. During the 20th century, another form of political system came into being, which is known as the communist system. The communists believed that parliamentary democracy of the type that is practiced in England only helped the rich capitals to control the country and could not represent the real interest of the poor working people. So, such political system was established in Union of Soviet Socialist Republic or USSR, Soviet Russia, after 1917, in Eastern Europe after 1945, in China after 1949, and in Vietnam and Cuba after 1960. Now today it is increasingly become clear to the people that democracy which respect the freedom and rights of the people may be the best way to solve some of the complex problems of the countries face. Today a new kind of democracy is being forged across the world in which even the poorest and most vulnerable people will have a voice and will be able to influence policies and ensure justice and peace for all. Okay children, hope you all understood the topic expansion of democracy in Libya in Myanmar. Thank you.